Olympia Box Academy. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Mickey Ward, 140 pounds. He has a reach of 70 inches and he stands 5 foot 8 inches tall. And he'll be squaring off against Amir King Khan. 140 pounds, 5 foot 8 inches tall, with a reach of 71 inches.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
Irish Mickey Ward. You've seen all the wars he's been in over his career. Will he give us another one here? Amir Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medalist in 2004,
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Lowell, Massachusetts, here is the exciting junior welterweight world title challenger, Irish Mickey Ward. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Todd? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
The straight right just misses. Which fighter will say no mas? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ward in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been safe. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. The straight right just misses. The straight right just misses. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
These two are the perfect dance partners.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Caution being thrown to the wind. You'd like to see more jabs. Double uppercut. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Warden that last round. He is down big time on the scores. On to the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good jab to the body. Fundamentals always help. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
These two were made for each other. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Oh, a stiff jab. This is a high-octane battle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ward in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win. Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Miss with that jab. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Jab to the body, trying to wear him down. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These punches coming from every angle. He missed with that jab. Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice idea, and that hook lands. Right hand hurts. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ward in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second.
On to the fifth we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
That counter shot lands. You know, in in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Nice job blocking that right punch. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. This is not how the story was supposed to go for Amir Khan. And right back into the fray.
B-Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. That right hook won't score. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. About Warden that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell sometimes.
This is the beginning of round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. So much firepower here. No rest for the weary. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A swing and a miss with that jab. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Nice counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ward in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he at? There's the bell to start round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Can't land that jab. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Misses with the jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. That jab doesn't find a home. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ward in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Come on, don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end.
He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on, get your boxing bag together, and put him back in his place. You've done all that work all the way.
And there's the bell for round 8. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter. A fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab won't score. Throws the jab, but does not score. They got out of the way of that right hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? It's all offense all the time. You believe what we are seeing. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Warden that last round. What would you tell this guy? There's the bell to start round 9. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Hook was off target. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Oh boy! Amir Khan, dazed! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Do you believe what we're seeing? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ward in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Your mark back on the job.
Good work, that's it.
We've made it to round 10. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. They exchange punches. That jab doesn't find a home. Catch and shoot. The straight right just misses. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Halfway through, and Amir Khan finally on the canvas. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
I need... 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your ball.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics.
Yo, GG's, bro.
What a result.
Yo, I didn't know you put the fight 10 rounds. That was the first fight in my life I fought 10 rounds. I usually do 8. Hell no, but GG's, you was only down, down by like 9 rounds. You did good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you need to fight DBZ. It's not that serious. You should fight Aztec. Yeah, I know, because they count the other 20 times that I was hitting you. They count that too. Cripto like, cuz, like and subscribe. Yeah, you pretty good, man.